Boom, what up boys and girls, it's your man 50 Grand, Scott Stockton, and today I'm back with another review to go over this guy right here, the Sigma 50 f1.2 lens. Let's go. So I did put out a preview of this lens 2 weeks ago, only having just got it and taken it on a few shoots. The link's down below in the description. But now I've had some time with it, and we're going to give you the full definitive review. And we're going to start with the construction. Okay, and I'm going to go over the build quality and things like that really quick because it's a professional Sigma lens. Like, we don't need to really dive in. They make great lenses right now. It's made out of a nice metal. It's weather sealed, comes with a nice big lens hood. We got the rubber gasket at the back. Overall, the build quality of this guy is on par with the G Master. It actually comes in a little lighter and a little smaller than the G Master, so there's a plus there. And then you get the same familiar buttons and things like that, just like you would on the G Master. You got your rubber gasket here for manual focus. You got your aperture ring right here. You got a switch to lock it or keep it in place or to move it freely. You can make it click or de-click, manual focus to autofocus clip, and then you also have a programmable button here. All these things are just like the G Master. We don't need to spend much more time on that. I think the most glaring thing when it comes to the build of this guy right here is the fact that he has 13 rounded aperture blades, whereas the G Master only has 11. That being said, I know that there's conventional wisdom out there that says the more blades you have, the better the bokeh. I want to be Team Sigma here, but I can just say that I didn't see much better bokeh out of this thing than the G Master. I just thought that they were both on par. So there we have it. The build quality is amazing. I mean, it's a DGDN lens from Sigma. They're always dope with those lenses. It's an amazing professional build, and I would say it's on par with the G Master. Sure, it's a little small and a little lighter, but we're talking fractionally, so I'm not even going to put a check in a box for Sigma versus Sony. They're both built great. Okay, so for me, when reviewing a lens, the two things that are the most important for me are performance and the look that the lens gives you. So I'm going to break those down right now in two categories, starting with performance. Now, like I told y'all in the preview, this bad boy has dual HLA motors for autofocus. That's two motors in there working together to get you fast autofocus. And I can say, having used the Sony G Master for years and having used this guy for a few weeks, it focuses like a native lens. Like, it acquires autofocus so quick. It's tack sharp. If you're doing eye autofocus, as we all are, it goes to the eyes perfectly. It tracks amazingly. I haven't had any issues with the autofocus or the tracking. And it's kind of becoming a common theme now that these third-party lenses aren't catching up anymore. They've caught up. Like, they focus truly like native lenses, which is exciting for us because now we have more options, cheaper options to give us professional performance and G Master performance if we're talking about Sony here. And that's exciting for photographers. Now we're going to talk about the look or the image quality that this lens and the Sony produce. And while I'm talking about it, I'm going to be showing you guys images that both lenses have produced so that you can see and compare whether or not you think one produces a better look than the other. Now, I did say in my preview and in the review of the G Master that it had a special kind of unique character to it, kind of like old lenses did. Some of them had like really cool like lens flare and stuff like that. And the G Master does have something like that. And in using the Sigma, I've noticed that it's got a nice little cinematic feel to it as well. And you'll be seeing that in some of these shots here. Like, there's just something special about it. And maybe it doesn't even come down to the manufacturer, to be honest. Maybe this just comes down to great glass that's at f1.2. I think both lenses have something nice and unique about it. And I haven't really noticed any lack of image quality in the Sigma f1.2 versus the Sony f1.2. The reason I love them, especially on a wedding day or out in big cities shooting engagements and stuff like that, you're going to be around busy, cluttered, crowded environments, and a 1.2 just gives you the option of just melting and blowing all that distraction away from behind whatever you're shooting, whether it be a model, whether it be a couple, bridegroom, whatever. A 1.2 gives you something special that you can just blow all that away. What I'll say about both these lenses and just the focal length of 50 itself versus something like an 85 is that I can get closer to my subjects or my clients or models or whatever I'm shooting. I like being able to get closer. I used to be addicted to the 85 focal length, and I still love my 85 Sigma. but I do like to get closer these days. It helps with directing and things like that. But getting closer with f1.2 and shooting, whether it's wedding details or another person and shooting through things, you get some beautiful soft foreground, and then you get that lovely background behind whatever you're shooting, and it gives you that 3D pop. It's something I love to do, that layering, and both these lenses do that amazingly. Okay, so now we have to talk about price. Like, things come down to that. The Sigma comes in at $1,399, $1,400. That's a solid price for an f1.2 piece of glass. The Sony comes in at $1,998, so $2,000. So you have to look at the performance and the image quality of these two lenses and say, is there a $600 difference in quality? You have to look at the build quality as well. They're both weather sealed. They both have rubber gaskets. They both have the same switches and buttons and things on the side. Is there $600 difference in these two lenses? Which leads me to the verdict. I think no. For me as a working professional, I love the G Master. It's an amazing lens. And if I'm really stacking them up and I'm grading them on, like, let's say like a scale from 1 to 100, I would say that G Master's probably at 99 and the Sigma's probably at 98.9. Like, they're basically identical. It really is crazy. Like, this Sigma is like a native lens. It focuses just like that. It produces amazing quality. And I haven't found a difference between the two lenses to make me want to pay $600 more than the Sony. That being said, you have to take money and price into consideration when you are giving a review and a verdict. The Sigma is an amazing lens, and if I'm paying my money and I have to pick one at the store, I'm going with the Sigma DGDN f1.2 lens. Amazing lens. It's going to stay in my kit. And yeah, I think if you feel the same way and you just want a lens that performs amazingly and gives you great quality, why pay $600 more? There's tons of things I can do with $600 more, especially these days, and I will be doing that because I am not going with the G Master. I'm going Sigma. So I hope you guys liked the review. Hope you liked the images. If you did, please comment down below what you think. Let me know if I'm talking shenanigans again. Let me know if you want to now try out the Sigma after seeing this review. Like, you like the images, you like the feel, you want to check it out. Let me know all that down below. As always, please subscribe. Peace.
Nice to be in orbit.